Hello, guys, welcome back. I have some juicy Reddit stories for you today. Let's get into it. I'm for ending a 35-year friendship because my friend is getting married before me. Throwaway account for privacy. All names changed for privacy and rules. Sorry, this is so long. I, 50 female, am marrying my partner, 47 male, of over 10 years next year. We have been planning this wedding for about 2 years. Second marriage for my fiance and I. We will be having a destination wedding to our favorite place May 9th, and then a few months later, a reception at home. Our wedding is planned to be a very small affair with close friends and family. Someone I've known for most of my life, I'll call her Becky, 51 female, asked to officiate our wedding, as this is something she does and loves doing. However, my best friend asked if she could and obtained all legal documentation to do so. About a year and a half ago, I told Becky that my best friend would be doing the officiating. She proceeded to cry and tell me how hurt she is, how much it matters to be invited, and then she said when she got married, she wanted me to officiate her wedding no matter what. So, feeling like I caved and invited her. Okay, so she's emotionally blackmailing you with her tears. All right, girl, we see your game. Okay. I did not plan to, but I didn't want drama, ironically. The time between now and then, she has not RSVP'd, has not even opened the email invites, yet continues to make comments about they will be there. Fast forward to this fall, Becky gets engaged with her long-term partner of 4 years, Tommy, age unknown, male. First marriage for Becky, second for Tommy. Becky has befriended a friend of mine, Sarah, 38 female. Becky has informed Sarah of their wedding date, January 2026, at her favorite place, making it a destination wedding, and they will have a reception in town in April a few months later, like me. She is also planning a bachelorette party the week after mine. She also asked Sarah to specifically not tell me these dates, maybe just to keep the destination wedding a secret, but she is not sure. Clearly, Sarah told me. Okay, so you're having a destination wedding. She's having a destination wedding. You're having a reception after. She's having a reception after. She's having a bachelorette party right next to yours. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 During all this, I still have not received an RSVP for anything. Mutual friends, mind you, our mutual friends, are friends I have introduced her to. Okay, noted. So she got to know these people from you. Coolio. Are stating how with my bachelorette party, wedding and reception, they've had 2 years to plan and save for the wedding, parties and wedding presents. But now this rushed wedding of Becky feels financially straining. There's also questions about why everything is being rushed and has to be done before my wedding date. And she's keeping this a secret from you, mind you. So your wedding, hold on. So your wedding is set for May 9th and her wedding is set for January. Okay, so she's doing this before your wedding. So your friends, your mutual friends that you introduced her to, are going to use the money they saved up for your wedding on hers. And she's not telling you all this because she knows it's shady. This is not the first time Becky has tried to invite my friends to her events around big events I had planned. I feel manipulated for one. Everything she's cried about in 2024 to get an invite and has not happened, and it's over a year. I feel my wedding ideas are being copied. I feel like she's competing with me for the attention, the big moment, and the attention of our mutual friends. The ones I have talked to are telling me they feel the same, and Becky is not my friend. I feel at 50, I shouldn't even have to have this conversation, and these actions are on purpose. Absolutely, they're on purpose. I'm not so why she's doing this because planning a destination wedding, I did not have enough time to attend any of her events. She's squeezing in for events. And it's rude to even ask. I'm thinking about writing a text message after her wedding simply to state how I feel and I'm choosing to end our friendship and revoking invites. I don't want to do it now because I don't want to cause problems for Sarah for telling me. I might be a hole if I do that. Oh my god. The drama. Does it ever end? This is a 50-year-old's like sugar. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, okay. So true. This person is not your friend. This She's obviously competing with you, and I don't think she wants to be invited to your wedding. Mm-mm. And I don't know why the invitation is still up for her. Obviously, she didn't RSVP because she's not really interested. And after all this, I don't know why you still have the invitation open. Take that invitation off. She's obviously not invited to your wedding. And, well, you don't want to cause problems for Sarah. But I don't even think she's worth sending a message to. Like, ghost her. This is obviously friendship ending behavior. She basically asked you to invite her. So I don't know why she did that because, and she still hasn't RSVP. And it's just weird that she did all that and she still didn't even like respond to your invite. Yeah, anyway, with all this, I don't know why that invitation is still up. I don't think writing a text is the way to go. You can either meet her in person and tell her all this. Look her in the eye. Tell her, girl, I know you're doing shady stuff. Unknown source. Somebody told me this walls talk. A little bird told me. You don't have to name your friend, by the way. Either just ignore her and let her do her thing because she's already doing it anyway. And I don't know, it's up to your friends because what can you do at this point? It's really up to your friends to decide where they're going, if they will attend both events or if they're just it's up to them to decide. Like at the end of the day, what can you do? Anyway, that's it. I don't think. Oh, yeah. Obviously, she's not your friend. Is this what you're asking? What was the question? Am I the a for ending a 35-year friendship because my friend is getting married before me? I don't think you are. This is not your friend. Your friend would not do this, and she's hiding it from you because she knows she's shady. So yeah, I don't think there's even anything to end here because she obviously doesn't respect your friendship, which I don't think exists. So maybe you can just kind of leave her alone. Just plan your own thing. Maybe don't stress about it. Just, I know it's kind of weird. So maybe not telling you to not stress about it. It's kind of like, you really have no option. The stress just comes, but you'll be fine. This is just not your friend. Let's see what Reddit's saying. Obviously not your friend. She's weirdly focused on you and wants to disrupt your life. Block her. Yeah, I wouldn't even address any of this with her. Just block her and go ghost. When she finally RSVPs, tell her RSVPs are closed and assumed she wasn't coming. Even when people bring news back to you about her wedding, just say that's so interesting and keep it moving. She doesn't just want attention, she wants you to feel aware about it. If ever there was a perfect ghosting situation, this would be it. This is not your friend and truly wants to dominate you. Even the officiating is putting herself as a center character on your day. Everything about her was a waving red flag. And it gives off ick vibes. Repel that energy from your life. I hope you have a lovely wedding and don't think about her once. Literally, I for one hate ghosting. Like it's not. There's better ways to do stuff. This though, I might have to reevaluate my whole thinking situation. Cause ghosting, please do. Thank you. Like she doesn't have to hear from you again. Cause she's hiding this from you. So she knows she's doing something wrong. So if you ghosted her, I think she has the brains, because she has the brain to know it's wrong. She has the brain to figure out, oh yeah, she's probably doesn't want to talk to me because of this. Just, I didn't think about the officiating thing. Yeah, because why do you want to officiate my wedding? I didn't ask you. Go away.
Get out of here.
Like it's such a, it's you're inserting yourself like, especially if we're not even that close. Absolutely not the asshole. That's not your friend. Move on. Like try to like just pretend her wedding doesn't exist. Like just you plan your wedding. I hope it's like beautiful and it's all everything you want it to be. Not the asshole. Oh, we have an update. We have an update. I figured I would just provide an update based on some people asking and cover a few things. I don't know about Sarah's relationship with Becky. Honestly, I don't care. If they find friendship, then I'm happy for them. It doesn't involve me. Two, no, I never asked her to officiate my wedding. She asked to and was very upset. My friend is. She did state she wanted me to officiate her wedding and how much that would mean, but I never said I would, and I clearly will not be. When Becky doesn't say don't tell anyone, but instead says don't tell my fiance and I, it's a little hard for people not to feel it's not about us and me too. I wouldn't even know this if Sarah and some other people didn't reach out to me about it feeling uncomfortable about this. I did close the RSVP. I removed the invite. My friend is rearranging the bachelorette party information, so she will not be included anymore. I blocked her number on my phone and the email. I have asked my friends just to say I don't know if she asks them. She knows where I live. If she wants to know so bad, she can come ask and I will tell. I like that. I like that. Otherwise, I'm just moving on. Thanks for the replies, even if you say I am the a-hole. Your reasoning why was eye-opening. As for the age thing, sometimes it's truly hard to grasp these things coming from someone you've known, loved, and been through parents dying with, heartbreak, love, and grown with. You tend to feel as they're the safest. Makes your head spin looking back at things and realize you missed a whole lot. I will still see Becky proudly in several social settings, and it will feel weird, but I'll tackle that at a later bridge. Yes, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay. If anything changes, I will update, but for now, thank you. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, girl, like focus on your wedding. Zen. I don't think you're the a-hole. I don't know who said you are, but I don't think you are. I don't think you are. Your friend, she's weird. She's not your friend. She's weird. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Moving on. I'm my to my girlfriend for allowing my ex to stay at mine and for driving her 7 hours to her parents' home. I'm 23. I broke up with my ex 25 2 years ago. I'm with my current girlfriend 27 for over a year. I was out with some lads and I saw my ex with her new boyfriend. He was shoving her and called her a slag and other stuff. I went over and broke it up, took her back to mine. I lived with three mates, so I wasn't alone with her. I let her sleep in my bed and I slept on the couch. I did tell my girlfriend and she didn't really react. She is a mess. Her whole life is a mess, not just her relationship. I told my ex, wait, who's the mess? Your ex? Or your girlfriend who is referring to. Okay, okay, let's read. Her whole life is a mess. Okay, not just her relationship. I told my ex I was taking her home to her parents. She didn't really argue. Okay, we're talking about the ex. Why would I think she's talking about a girlfriend? Girl, okay. She didn't really argue. It was a 7 hour journey. Her dad thanked me and took me out for a meal to chat to me. He handed me a couple of hundreds for doing what I did. He said maybe get a hotel and don't do a full 7 hour back down this evening. I did get a hotel. When I came back, my girlfriend in front of my mates and hers asked, why did you feel the need to help her? She's not your responsibility. I said if it was one of my sisters, I'd want their ex to do it. She was really angry and she asked, did I cheat? I said no. She said, how can I believe you? I said, let's talk about it later in private. She just kept talking, saying, why break up with her if you're just going to run back to her? One of my mates spoke up and said that I had slept on the couch. She said men will stick together. She asked me what would I think if she went on a romantic trip with her ex. I said it wasn't a romantic trip and it'd be sick if she hot vulnerable ex. She stormed out saying I had accused her of being a predator. Okay. She hasn't spoken to me in a couple of days since. Was I the a-hole for how I helped my ex? Her parents have a lot on. That's why I drove her up there rather than expecting them to calm down. A user told me to add that her father was very good to me as a kid. He looked out for me, let me tag along to jobs and stuff like that. So why the a-hole? Okay, so your heart was in the right place. You're trying to be a good person, like a good human being, you know? That's really nice. That's really kind of you. It's really nice. But you have to keep in mind you are not a single man. And in your kindness, you still have to be considerate of your partner's feelings. In this case, the person you're being a kind human being to is your ex. You still have to be a kind human being, but you have to think of the way you are being kind to this person. Like, what are you doing? You know, you let her sleep in your bed, yeah, and then you drove 7 hours with just you and her. It just feels like you are, you know, kind of overextending. It's like it's a bit questionable, you know, kind of like, if the girlfriend, her mind is doing backflips, and it makes sense. She might be a little bit overreacting, but it kind of it does make sense. You know, there's a bit of question marks. Like, you can still figure out ways of helping. For one, like the 7 hour journey, you could have gone with her. You could have gone with your girlfriend. That could have solved a whole lot of drama. And then I don't think her sleeping in your bed was necessary. Mm-mm. It's not necessary. The way you slept on the couch, she could have slept on the couch, and then you sleep in your bed. It's like, what exactly are you doing? You know, it just raises question marks. It's not a straightforward. It's kind of like, why? She could have slept on the couch and you in the bed, and then we wouldn't have these questions. One, two. If your girlfriend came along for the trip, she wouldn't be asking questions because she would be involved. You know, she'd be like, oh, okay, we actually took, you know, we took her. You did the right thing. You are a kind human being, and that's what we want from society. We love that. We love kind people. We want people to help each other out in such situations. But you know, you have to be considerate, especially if you have like a partner, because you're answerable to them, you know, to some degree. It's like, yeah, that's your ex. It's not like a random stranger. That's someone you used to know, like that, you know. So high in your bed is a bit like, I'm sure there would have been options. Or you could have taken her to a hotel, your ex. Like, oh, you know, spend the night there, and then in the morning, you know, you pick her up and you go with this long journey to, I don't know, wherever she's going. Yeah, your mind and heart were in the right place. You just kind of executed it wrong. So you are the a-hole a little bit, you know. Yes, your question was, am I the a-hole to my girlfriend? Yes, you are. But as a human being, you are not the a-hole. You're a good human being. But you didn't think about her. You didn't think about how she would react, how she would think, you know? Because why is she actually sleeping in your bed, you know? Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit, yeah, it's a little bit, yeah. So you did the right thing by helping, but I think you could have done things a little bit better. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what Reddit thinks. I don't want to call you that, but I think the better way to handle this would have been to let your girlfriend know that you were driving your ex home and ask if she wanted to come with you. Uncomfortable? Yes, but still the right way to handle. Yeah, because then she won't have any like questions, you know? It's a bit odd, like, of all the people you could have helped, you're running into. Huh? Okay, hero. We see. Like, I understand the girlfriend's perspective. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. Leon says, or he could have let someone else take care of their ex, like a friend or the authorities. Ooh, you could have called the police. La policia, you know? Like, hey, somebody needs help here. Can you come help them? Yeah, I think they need a ride. Yeah, that's a good one as well, you know? Another comment says, and letting the ex sleep in the bed is so gross. I'm all in on the rage bait. Yeah. It's a bit weird. Like, why would you let her sleep in the bed?
That's suspicious.
Like, the girlfriend has like all reason to be mad. Getting her out of immediate danger was a good thing, but maybe doing a 7 hour ride the next day was a little extra. I don't think you're, but I do think you could have thought through this more before being so thorough in your rescuing. Because she's vulnerable in that moment, where the ex is shoving her, he's being, big all types of dickhead. But after she's out of danger, she's not really wounded, like physically. Obviously, she's. Also, where does she stay? Does she stay with anyone? Does she have friends in town? Don't you know any of her friends around? You know? Do you know any people around that could like take her off you? Cause like I don't think she came 7 hours to come. Oh, maybe she's living with her boyfriend. Ah, the boyfriend who was being abusive. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. She was staying with a boyfriend. Yeah, but then this. Okay, I don't know. We don't have that information. Okay. And another one says her father could have wired her money to get her home. It's not like she was living off the streets. Opi would have been better off apologizing than justifying it. Yeah, the thing is, he doesn't see where he's wrong. He's like, oh, I was just trying to be a good person. Yes, but you didn't think about your girlfriend during this whole thing. And that's a bit of a red flag, to be fair. To be completely fair, it's kind of like you didn't think this would be an issue at all with your girlfriend. Like, yes, you're helping someone else, but this someone else is not just any other someone else. This is your ex, and you're letting her sleep in your bed, you're driving her all the way. 7 hours is not a joke, guys. Like, it's quite a journey. Yeah, so I think the girlfriend does have a reason to be upset. You are being a good person, but you aren't very considerate of your girlfriend. So I do think you are the a-hole a little bit. You are, no, you are actually. You're the a-hole to your girlfriend because that was the question. So yes, babes, you are. Yeah. So I think you should apologize to her. She does deserve an apology. You also didn't communicate for shit with your partner. Told her you were driving her home, but not that it was for 7 hours. Did you communicate to her that you were staying overnight and why? Did you offer her to go on a trip, or did you invite her over for the night things went down? That would have been a good one as well. On the night that drama happened, you could have called her over, like, but then, she was in your bed. Ooh, why was she in your bed, girl? Like, I don't know how we could take that back because that's a little bit. Because every time she'll look at the board, she'll remember, oh no, the other girl slept here. That was weird. Why would you do that? Or think about your partner really anyway, besides calling her to tell her your ex was staying over, and then again to tell her you were taking her home. You did a great thing, but it sounds like you're being a crappy partner while doing it. Good for you though for helping someone who needed your help. True. You are a very good human being in that moment. You're a very good person. You helped someone who was in need, but you forgot you had a girlfriend. You forgot to think about what your partner would think about this whole situation. Yeah, true. So yeah, generally, after all things are said and done, yes, you are the a-hole. Thank you for watching. These were some good stories. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Leave a like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.